Should you pee on your boots to break them in?
Me personally, no.
No. I was getting a yes. I'm Snake Denton and I'm joined today by Daniel and Lia from the Carnaby Street store in London, and they're going to be teaching me how to care for my Dr. Martens boots. First, Lia, can you tell me what is your favourite pair?
The 8053 quads in dark brown. Lovely brown leather, lovely quad sole.
Come on. And Daniel, what about you?
The 1460 Crazy Horse. It is so comfy. I go everywhere in them.
We're also joined by someone from the amazing Dr. Martens factory team, Lucy, who's going to help us bust a couple of myths today. Are Dr. Martens boots just for edgy teens and old punks?
No, my mum's 69, she's wearing them.
No limit.
Anybody with feet.
I've even seen a dog put one on.
A dog?
It looks good. I can't deny.
Can't argue with that. Myth busted. Okay, so you two are obviously the experts. I've got my new boots. Do I need to treat them?
Absolutely, you need to. We recommend the Wonder Balsam. It is going to be your life and saviour. Wax them completely, inside and out, for the first couple of weeks.
Can you show me how to treat them?
Firstly, what you're going to have to do is delace the shoes. So once you've got your Wonder Balsam, you get the sponge, get a nice bit in there. Then you're going to plop that all over the shoe. You're going to get a nice cloth. Then you're going to rub that in. Rub it in real nice. Make sure that you cover every part of the shoe except the sole.
So I'm just covering it with this stuff here.
Yep.
The Wonder Balsam. It's going all over.
Get it on the tongue especially, because that's where the lacing is going to be over the top of it. And that's probably the part that also dries out.
And talk to me, what is this stuff going to do?
So it's going to soften up the leather. It's going to hydrate it. Leather is skin, right? Your own skin. When it dries out, what are you going to do?
Moisturise.
Moisturise, perfect. So it's going to soften them up. And then that breaking in period is where it's going to mold around your foot shape exactly. And if they are absolutely killing you, you can do it on the inside, so you can hit it at both angles.
Because that's what like a lot of people talk about, right, with Dr. Martens. In particular, is the boots are so durable and so well made that there is going to be like a break-in period, right?
Just remember, pain is beauty.
All right, and on the topic of breaking in boots, like, what do you guys do?
I like to wear a thick sock, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three.
They rub against each other instead of the back of your heel rub against the boot. So you're going to reduce the amount of blistering you're going to get.
I've heard people on the factory floor talking about a heel grip.
This goes on the back in the nice crevice back here. So that's just going to help stop the rubbing, essentially. This is perfect for the breaking in period.
And what do you guys think, like, what is the break-in period, roughly?
Maybe like a month, if you wear them every day, religiously.
I've applied loads of the Wonder Balsam, I've wiped it down, like, what are we doing next?
I think you should let them dry for about 10 minutes or so, just to let the wax sit in.
So just while these boots dry, Lucy, I've got a myth for you here. Is it true that it's basically impossible to escape blisters from a new pair of Dr. Martens boots?
That's a hard question. It depends on your feet, it depends on the season, it depends on the socks, it depends on the style, it depends on the leather. You get on with it.
Here's a question for us, like a theoretical question for us to explore. Is a breakup as painful as breaking in your Dr. Martens boots?
I would say I feel like shoes are worth it and boys may not be. And a broken in pair of shoes is better than a broken heart.
These are wise words, preach. Daniel, what about you? Break up or breaking in your docs? What's more painful?
Depends who it is, though.
Your ex is going to be watching this, is fuming.
No.
The shoes! It took 3 days to break in! All right, so these boots look dry. How do we finish off the caring process?
First thing we're going to do is we're going to relace.
When we lace them, we like to go outside in. So when you strap up the shoes, they're going to be nice and tight and they mold around to your foot perfectly.
All right, so we've got them laced. What is the next step?
We will be applying Ultra Protector. And Ultra Protector protects not only your shoes, but also your laces, makes them weather resistant, water resistant. Hold your shoe a little bit far away from the product and you just give it a quick.
There you go.
There we go. Including the laces. Your new shoes are ready.
All right, so I think my boots are done. Daniel, what are we going to do with these old cherry red boots?
We're going to start off by delacing our shoes.
So I've got the 1460s Pascal. What have you got?
I've got the Crazy Horse 101s. Brown leather, slightly more sensitive.
She's going to be using our product Dubbin. So we're going to be using the Wonder Balsam. As you can see, these are heavily worn in. You've got a few scratch marks here and everything. But the biggest concern for us, just looking at the shoe right now, is this crease mark right here. It is extremely dry and that's going to crack. So if we don't treat these, you're going to have a nice breeze coming into your toes.
Let's get it on there. Lia, what are you up to over here?
So I am just applying the dubbing with the microfiber cloth. And as we can see, the boots are getting slightly darker. So you get a different finish when you use dubbing as opposed to Wonder Bum.
How are you getting on, Daniel?
Oh, phenomenal. These are looking brand new very shortly.
Are you using a lot of this Wonder Balsam?
I just use at a coin size like that.
Yeah.
And then you just smash it all over and you get the cloth and you just spread that around.
So why are we using dubbing over here and what kind of boots should you use it on?
So we tend to use dubbing when we are attending to either the Crazy Horse leather or any of the winter collection. But when you're attending to Virginia, Pisa, smooth leather, you definitely want to be using the Wonder Bum.
Sounds like knowledge is power when it comes to Dr. Martens boots. All right, Lia, so here's a question for you. What is the sorriest state that you've ever seen a pair of boots in?
I'd say my own boots, my first 1460s. It was my friend's 25th birthday and he wanted to climb a Moroccan hill. So we flew to Morocco and we climbed the hill and it was dusty. We got chased by a dog. So she's kind of got a bit sad after that, but it's fine. I Wonder Bummed them straight after and they look good as new.
Lucy over there, I've got another myth for you. I saw on TikTok that someone was polishing their Dr. Martens boots with a banana peel.
I did some research on that one. I reckon if you've got a banana with you on a job interview and your shoes need a polish, you could give it a go. Something in the potassium in the skin, apparently, that brings the shine up, but I still think you're dicing with banana smell and mouldy shoes. We don't recommend it, really.
Nice, thank you, Lucy. How are we doing with the boots, everyone?
Mine are looking great, looking really shiny.
If you want with yours, because we've got a nice shoe polish here, a black shoe polish, they'll brighten them up and make them look spectacular. Have a crack at that, just wipe that all over.
So this is, we got black shoe polish.
We do say put the Wonder Balsam on first and then you put shoe polish on. You don't put the shoe polish on first.
Why is that?
It's like how you do your face. So you'd moisturize your face first, then you put on the makeup.
Love that. All right, I'm doing good here. I think I've got most of it on my hands, but I think I've got some of it on the boot and it is looking, there's more color, right?
See where all the lacing comes across? That's gonna dry out, so you gotta make sure that that's hydrated. Nice difference between these two bad boys. Nice polish shine, especially on the tongue here. They're gonna last a very long time.
Nice. So we're just gonna give these 10 minutes to dry. So we're gonna do like some fancy transition wipe here. Great, that's been 10 minutes. We're gonna lace these back up.
Yep.
What are you putting on now?
Ultra Protector. Nice quick spray over the top and on the laces.
So these old boots are looking pretty good. There's some life in them yet. Let's move on to the next shoe. I think we've got some suede loafers over there. To misquote Elvis, you can do anything but stay off of my Adrian Snaffle loafers. All right, so Lia, you've got an older pair. These ones have, they're pretty worn, right?
Indeed. So I've got my black suede Jorge's over here. I've had them for about 2 years and I think it's time to fix them up a little bit.
Walk me through it.
Gonna get the brush and with a very light touch we're just gonna brush off any of the excess dirt that we can see here. If you have a little stain, just grab yourself a cloth, a little bit of water and just give it a quick wipe down just to prep.
And water and suede, that's fine because I feel like that's what freaks people out, right?
Water and suede is all right because it will dry. It's just like your hair. If your hair gets wet, it'll look a little bit different. Then once it dries, go straight back to how it is before. Then we'll be getting our suede cleaner and giving that a little spray. So hold the shoe a little bit far away. Once you've sprayed it with the suede cleaner, grab the brush and just lightly buff that in.
I feel like that's already looking better than the other one. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for about 10 minutes. Lucy, I've got some more myths for you. Can you use beeswax to make suede waterproof?
It may keep it waterproof. It will also ruin the suede. Hard pass on putting that on suede. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, I've got another one for you here. Can you use bicarbonate of soda to clean suede?
It works on carpets. I wouldn't advise putting it on any of the darker suedes because you might end up with sort of a white stain and that'll just feed you in a whole different direction. We don't recommend it, really.
You know, people just recommend bicarbonate of soda for everything. All right, so about 10 minutes have passed. These are looking pretty dry.
The final step, as always with your Dr. Martens, grab the Ultra Protect and give them a quick spray.
So this one, that's not been that long and that already looks a lot better, right? Like it looks cleaner, it looks like, that looks in just better health than that over there. So suede, I mean, I feel like I've always avoided buying suede because I thought it would be so hard to care for and your shoes would just get ruined. Is that true?
I wouldn't say so. I think it's definitely a myth.
Lucy, what about you over there?
Suede's wonderful. You tend to get an awful lot of bright colours in suede. They just glow.
I think just with a little bit of love, a little bit of patience, having some nice suede shoes can really elevate your style.
I 100% agree.
Totally worth it. But I mean, Elvis is right. Don't stand on them. Don't go out in the rain. Don't throw up on them. Fresh out the box, you should be putting the protector spray on them. Give them every chance they can have just by starting off right.
Okay, so we've decided suede, maybe don't wear it to a rave or to go hiking, but we love suede. The last boot we're going to talk about is patent leather, is that right?
Indeed.
All right, so we got 2 pairs of patent leather boots. Lia's, yours have just come back from Glastonbury from the looks of it.
100%. There's actually dust coming off the lace.
But you're confident that you can get these looking spick and span?
I hope I can. My fingers are crossed.
I've seen you do it before, you can do it again.
Thank you. Thanks, Daniel. We're gonna grab a cloth, pop it in some water, and give them a bit of a wipe.
Like, are these durable? They kind of look like rubbery and shiny.
100% they are so hard. Like, put a pair of these on and then ask me the same question.
And from the looks of it, like pretty easy to clean.
100%. Look at that. Look at that. So we're going next with our patent cleaner. Spraying that all over. So unlike the Ultra Protector, you want to go straight in with your cloth and just give them a wipe.
They're looking good.
Once we've buffed that in, we'll just pop it on the table for a little bit, let that dry.
Daniel, talk to me. What would you pair some patent leather boots with?
Me personally, I would go with a nice leather jacket so they can both complement each other. Nice denim pants, these shoes, leather jacket, you're good to go.
All right, so Daniel, you've got a new pair over here. Would you treat them? What would you do to these?
First and foremost, you'd get your thick socks on because these are quite tough. After that, you'd get your Ultra Protector, as we've done with every other shoe. Nice quick spray on it.
All right, Lia, so these boots have obviously come from Glastonbury Festival, so they're probably gonna smell. What can you do to get rid of odours?
Inside our shoe care kit, we've actually got shoe freshener. So just open up the shoe, pop a little bit in. No one will ever know.
Talking of shoe freshener, Lucy, I saw online that people were putting bicarbonate of soda in their socks and then stuffing them in the shoes and leaving them overnight. Would that get rid of smells?
No, hard pass on that one too. Just end up with white stains all over the inside of your boots. Feet are stinky, just get on with it.
All right, Lia, so these smell good, they're clean, they're laced.
Just the final step, as with all our other Dr. Martens boots, we want to just get our Ultra Protect and do a little spray.
Let's look at the final boot. How are they looking?
They're looking pretty good. So we went from this to this.
Wow. And there's mud all over the table, and there's no mud on that boot. So all of our boots are clean. We've learned loads. Let's do some last quick fire myth busting questions. Are Dr. Martens boots gendered or are they for everyone?
If the shoe fits, chuck it on.
Should you use a hairdryer to break them in?
No.
No.
It'll work for a little while. It opens up the pores of the leather and softens it a little bit. When it returns to room temperature, it'll go back to how it was. It's not a quick fix, it's not a fix.
Should you keep your laces loose as you're breaking your shoes in?
No, you'll fall over.
You want the shoe to mold to your foot. So you've got to get over that little initial period of the pain for the beauty.
And finally, should you pee on your boots to break them in?
Me personally, no.
I was getting a yes.
No, if you're Bear Grylls and doing a shoey, go for it, but no, don't
Yeah.
do it.
No.
That'll stink like...
Yeah.
You're saying yeah.
There's ammonia in the leather. It used to be used to tan the leather, so you might end up re-tanning them and making them more tough.
Do not pee on your shoes.
I think that's just about every myth busted. Hey, thank you so much to Daniel and Lia and to Lucy for, teaching us loads about cleaning your boots and busting all the myths out there. If you want to check out episode 1 and see how a pair of 1460 boots are made, I even wrote my name in the sole of this one, go watch that.